Hello and welcome back to your healing experience. My name is Jay and I'll be your guide for today. For today, our practice will focus on yoga, and it'll be yoga for grief. So for today, go ahead and just find a comfortable seated position. You can sit with your legs crossed, just sit up nice and tall. You can relax your hands down on your knees. And we'll start this class by taking a couple moments in silence, taking a few deep breaths in and out of your nose. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Exhale all the air out of your lungs and breathe in and out at your normal rhythm, your normal pace. Take just a few more deep breaths here in the silence and the stillness. Now please reunite the hands at your heart. Bow your chin. Take a moment of inner gratitude. Maybe you'd like to dedicate the rest of your practice to a loved one who has already transitioned on. Maybe you'd like to dedicate your practice to a part of yourself that has died. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Go ahead and transition yourself to a child's pose. Take your knees wide, allow the toes to touch behind you and push your hips back towards your heels. Reach your hands forward, stretch your back, and then relax your forehead down onto the earth. Keep breathing deep here as you feel your spine lengthen. Allow yourself to relax and soften in the shoulders. Take 3 more deep breaths here, in and out of your nose. Take a deep breath in as you lift your head off the floor. Walk your hands over to the right side. Breathe into your left rib cage and push your hips back towards your heels. Take 3 deep breaths. Allow the next inhale to lift your head up. Walk your hands over towards the other side. Root down through both hand palms and press your hips back. Go ahead and lift your head, walk your hands back to the center, and then bring yourself to a tabletop position. So come onto your all fours, stack your shoulders right in line with the wrists. Hips and knees are in one line as well. Start with the flat back and tuck your toes under. Start to articulate the spine slowly by lifting the tailbone. You'll notice the engagement in your lower back, mid-back, until you get to your upper back. Start to lift your gaze. Then exhale the breath out of your lungs as you round your back, pull your belly into your spine, chin into your chest. Nice and slow, start to lift the tailbone. So lead with the tailbone, spread across your sitting bones. Start to engage the mid-back, upper back, and then lift your gaze all the way up. Stretch your throat. Press into the earth as you round the back in, pull the belly into your spine. Let's take a few more here, breathing in, connecting the breath with the movement, just starting to warm up the spine. Last two. Once you've taken your last one, bring yourself back to your tabletop position. Go ahead and take your right leg, take it to the outside of your right hand. Go ahead and extend your left leg back and untuck the toes. So stretching into the hips here, you can stay right there on your hand palms. Relax your forehead down. And take your breath all the way down to your hip flexors, an area where the body stores grief. Utilize the breath as your doctor, as your medicine, releasing tension and blocked energy from the hips. Take 2 more breaths. Go ahead and take your hand and gently place it on the inside of your thigh. Press the knee away from you as you take a little spinal twist, looking over your back shoulder. Continue to lower the hips with each exhale. Stay here, but if you do need a little more, you can bend the back leg, reach back with your right hand, grab your foot, and pull your foot closer towards you. At the same time, lower your upper body down. Taking 2 more deep breaths. Mindfully release your back leg. Take your hand to the inside of the front thigh, reground the right leg, and then extend the right leg all the way back. Keep the knees together for a closed knee child's pose. Press your hips back, reground your forehead to the earth. Deep breath in through your nose, and open your mouth, sigh, let it all go. Relax in the shoulders. Just take a few rounds of breathing here. Make yourself back to that tabletop position. Slightly part the knees. Now some barrel rolls here before we move to the other side. Start to just move your neck gently from side to side. Move the gaze over the opposite shoulder. Take this at your own pace. Start to create half circles with the neck. When you feel ready, you can transition to full circles. And then start to barrel roll your body here. Chest will go down towards the earth. Press into the earth as you circle out the upper body. Take about 3 rounds right here in each direction. Go ahead and close your eyes. There's no wrong way to be in your body today, or any day for that matter. Last 2. Really good. Bring yourself back to that tabletop. Now we'll transition the left foot onto the outside part of the left hand. Extend the right leg back as much as you like today, and then untuck the toes. Go ahead and just bow your head down and get the forehead lower than the heart. Once again, breathe into the hip flexors, breathe into your lower back, and release. Allow yourself to be vulnerable here. So whatever comes up, know that it's natural. And place no judgment on it. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Last one, deep breath in. Complete breath out. Go ahead and press onto the inside of your front thigh. Little twist here as you look back at your back foot. Continue to lower into the hips and continue to breathe deeply. Good job. Last deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now if you grab the back leg, go ahead and bend the back knee. Take that variation for your 2 breaths here. With grace, release your back foot. Plant your foot back down. Go ahead and shimmy the foot back for a wide knees, child's pose on this side. Press the hips back and breathe. Now lift your gaze, lift the hips, tuck the toes under just for a moment for a toe stretch. Walk the hands back towards the knees, bring the knees in together. Now make sure your pinky toe is included here in the toe stretch. We won't be here for long. But extend your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale. Go ahead and give yourself a big hug here. Squeeze in nice and tight. See if you can stack the elbows. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If this feels easy on your body today, go ahead and take an eagle pose with the arms. Get the elbows in line with the shoulders, and then extend your fingertips forward to stretch the outer part of your shoulders. And keep the awareness on the shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose, and deep breath out of your nose. 2 more breaths here. As you slowly release the arms out, breathe in. And breathe out as you extend the opposite arm on top. Squeeze in tight for your big hug, I love me. And then maybe take that full variation if you did on the other side. Be sure to keep the elbows and the shoulders all in one line, and then fingertips go forward for a deeper stretch on the outside of your shoulders. Two more full, complete breaths. Really good. Release your arms. Breathe in. And breathe out as you plant the hands back to the earth. Untuck the toes. Here's your relief. Go ahead and circle out the ankles. And then pitter-patter the feet onto the ground. Now with your toes untucked, sit back onto your heels. Take a moment to rotate out your wrists. Make sure you get both directions. Shake it out. Go ahead and come back onto the all fours now. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. Start with your right hand. Bring your right arm up towards the ceiling. Look up at your thumb. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, go ahead and thread your right arm through. So come down onto the ear. Keep your hips up high. You want to breathe into your right shoulder. Now with your left hand, you can always extend it a little bit more forward to rotate the chest more up towards the sky if you need a little bit more. Continue to breathe deep in and out of your nose. Take another full inhale. Long, complete exhale. Good job. Replant your hand. Root down so you can bring your arm back up. Take another stretch here. Breathe in deep. And then breathe out. Relax your hand back down to your mat. Go ahead and press your hips back towards the heels for another child's pose. Now, child's pose is our resting pose in today's practice. So at any time you need a longer child's pose than what I call, feel free to take that. Listen to your body and, of course, eliminate any pain by backing away from any postures that cause pain in the body. When you feel ready, bring yourself back to that tabletop position. Root down through your right hand so you can extend your left arm all the way up to the sky. Look up with a deep breath in. Deep breath out as you start to thread. Thread it all the way through. Come down onto your shoulder. So it's crucial that we take the breath into shoulders and hips today, as those are the areas of the body that store the most grief. Once again, you can extend your hand forward to rotate the chest more up to the sky. Take 3 more deep breaths. As you prepare by replanting the hand to the earth. On the next inhale, bring your arm up, deep breath. Exhale, relax it back down. Now go ahead and walk your hands a little bit more forward. They can extend off your mat for a puppy pose. Keep your hips right in line with your knees, and then just relax your forehead down on the mat to start. Start to sink the shoulders down and away from the ears and onto the earth. I invite you to add on by taking your chin down towards your mat. Now, if you feel any tension on the back of your neck, your cervical spine, you'll immediately exit this posture and replace the forehead back down. We'll take 5 more rounds of deep breaths here in the variation of your choice. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh, let it go. Transition out of your puppy pose by pressing the hips forward. Extend your legs all the way back. Untuck your toes. Walk your elbows back so they're in line with your shoulders for your Sphinx pose. Now spread your fingertips wide. Pretend you have this motion of pulling your chest forward and then slightly lifting your gaze. Go ahead and relax your glutes, relax your shoulders, and just look forward. You can add a little movement into the neck to release any tension built up in the spine by bringing your chin down and slowly moving the neck from side to side. See if you can allow the chin to trace over one shoulder and then the other. Go ahead and bring your head back to the center. Take 3 more deep breaths all the way down to your belly button. Now adding on with the half frog, starting on the right side, go ahead and take your right leg. Bring it out to a half frog position. So knee and hip are in one plane. You want to continue to work that hip down towards the earth. So pretend you have a block or a heavy sandbag on your hip. Continue to allow it to sink. Go ahead and get the knee and the ankle in one plane as you flex the toe. Half frog is preparing us for a full variation later in our practice for the full frog. So let's take another breath here. And then slowly, mindfully release your leg all the way back. Preparing for the other side, same setup here. Heavy sandbag on your hip and breathe. Taking a moment to remember that person you dedicated your practice to today. And then release your leg all the way back. Go ahead and extend your elbows out to the side. Relax your forehead down. Here in your crocodile pose. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Just relax them a little bit more. Now lift your head up so you can take your right hand, fully extend it out to the side. Hand palm is flat. Elbow, wrist, and shoulder is in one plane. Go ahead and take your left hand so you can roll onto your side. Now bend the knees and go ahead and place the soles of your feet together. So pressing into the earth to release the stress in the right shoulder, and also opening the hips. You can gently press onto the front thigh. You may notice a tingling sensation in your shoulder. We'll take 3 more deep breaths into the shoulder, knowing that the work is being done. The tension is being released, and the grief is being processed through. Take a full inhale and complete exhale. Go ahead and bring the knees back together. Replant your hand down, extend your legs back long, come back onto your belly, and then bring your arm in, back for your crocodile pose. Notice here what you feel in your shoulders. Let's make both sides feel even. Go ahead and extend your opposite arm out as you rotate yourself onto your shoulder. Bend into the knees and then open your top knee. You can relax your head down to the earth or to a prop if that feels okay. Or you can keep it elevated and take your hand to the inside of your thigh and open up. Taking our final 2 breaths in this posture. Bringing the knees back together to kiss. Extend your legs long. Realign yourself by taking a crocodile pose one final time. Now transition yourself onto your back. Take a moment here in a Shavasana, your resting pose. Go ahead and start to pick the knees up as you bring them into your chest. You can do a little circular motion here, maybe a rock from side to side. Play around with rooting your tailbone down and then lifting your tailbone. Now go ahead and keep a hold of your knee. Extend the opposite leg long and hug your knee over into your armpit. Create a double chin by looking down your midline. Maybe add on with a deeper grip. And relax the shoulders back down to the earth. Keep your extended leg active by flexing the toes back towards you. Take a few more deep breaths in this variation. You're doing a good job. Last one here. Transition now to a half happy baby by extending the foot up towards your ceiling, and maybe you grab on to the toe or the inside arch of your foot. Maybe it's just a little more suitable for you today to hold on the inside part of the thigh. You can stay here in your happy baby, half happy baby, or try the full extension with the straddle. Keep both hips even. And start to rebend the knee if you took the full variation. And extend your leg once again back long. Come back to your resting pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it all go. Go ahead and hug both knees back into the chest. Rock your hips from side to side. This time, keep a hold of your opposite leg. Extend the knee towards your armpit. Make sure you have a long neck, long spine. Get a little deeper into the posture if you did on the other side. Make sure your extended leg hasn't become lazy. Dig your heel into the earth. And then transition to that half happy baby. Now with each exhale, notice that you can pull your knee a little closer towards the earth. Full extension in the straddle if you took it on the other side. Hips stay shining up towards the sky. As you start to rebend the knee, extend both of your legs back long. Shavasana. Now plant your feet into the earth. Go ahead and take your fingertips down towards the ankles as you start to lift your hips off the mat. Rest the weight here on your shoulders. Keep pressing the feet down so you can lift the hips a little higher. Maybe interlace your fingertips underneath and shimmy the shoulders under a little bit more to give yourself a little more length. Press down a little more for a little more height, and remove your chin away from your chest. Take a deep breath into your chest and a deep breath out. One more, just like that. Release your hands back down to the earth and then slowly articulate your tailbone down. Go ahead and heel toe your feet outside so your knees can kiss together. And then drop your knees to one side. And then over to the other side. One more time, each direction. This time you can shift your gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. Gaze goes back up to the sky. Heel toe your feet in together. Inversion for your body. Extend your legs up and take a waterfall pose. Now keep the ankles, the knees, and the hips all in one plane and flex the toes back towards you. Allowing the blood to circulate in the body. If you have a prop close by, you can always prop it underneath your hips to give yourself a little more elevation. Or if a full shoulder stand is serving for your body today, that variation is also welcome. So please listen to your body. Give your body what it needs. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Last one. Bend the knees, hug them into your chest, squeeze in nice and tight. A little rock from side to side is always serving. Now, full happy baby pose. So we prep the body for this. Several asanas to go. Go ahead and pull down onto the feet and pull the knees closer to the mat. Once again, play around with rooting and unrooting the tailbone. And then once you feel good, root the tailbone down to the mat, pull the knees down a little bit more. You can rock still a little from side to side if that feels serving on your body today. Go ahead and part the knees a little wider than your body, almost the length of the mat. Pretending that you were in a frog variation. You can utilize the elbows as support to press the knees more out towards the side. Continue to add movement by rocking from side to side if that's serving. You should feel the stretch here on your hip crease, in your psoas, in your hip flexors. Maybe even in your glutes. Take 2 more full rounds of breathing here. Really good. Bring the soles of your feet together and start to interlace your hands on the outside of your feet and lift your head up for a stirrup pose. Now once again, you can utilize those elbows as support to extend the knees out a little bit more, working on getting the forehead as close to your toes as possible. So continue to engage your abdominal muscles, continue to lift, continue to pull the feet towards you, continue to extend the knees out to the side. Take 2 more deep breaths in. And a deep breath out. As you release your head back down to the earth, release your feet back down to the earth. Arms are down by your side. ahead and drop your knees over to the favorite side of your choice. And then take your bottom ankle, place it on top of your thigh. And look over into the opposite direction of your knees for your twist. Now your hands can stay out long, or maybe you prefer to take them behind your head, creating a diamond shape here with the arms to stretch your shoulders a little more. Take 3 more deep breaths here in our twist, allowing the spine to simply be wrung out as if it were a wet dish rag, wringing out all the excess. As you release your right leg, go ahead and bring your knees all the way back together. And then drop your legs over to the other side. Go ahead and take your top thigh, place it on top, and look in the opposite direction. Keep your shoulders rooted and grounded. Remove them away from your ears. Keep your breath long. Let's take 2 more calming breaths here. Really good. Look back up as you release your ankle off your thigh. Bring your knees back to the center. Go ahead and root your spine down. Heel toe the feet out to the side. Bring the knees into the together. As you start to notice the twist, fully relax the body. Take a moment here in recovery. And then extend your legs out long. Go ahead and take your hands, place them underneath your buttocks, hand palms face down. Fish pose. Press your elbows and your forearms into the mat. Relax about 20% of the weight on the top of your head as you open your throat, open your chest. Breathe into your collarbones, breathe into your heart. Come out of fish, you'll bring your chin into your chest, protect your neck. Relax your head back down and then remove your hand palms. Open and close your wrists a couple of rounds. Now, take the soles of your feet together as you hug your knees into your chest. Open the knees wide and then plant the feet down for reclined cobbler's pose. You can gently place the hands on the inner thighs if you need a little more assistance, or maybe onto your hips as you remove your hips away from your upper body. Once again, make sure your neck is long and relax. Take your hands, place them on your body. Maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to your heart. And notice your belly rise and fall. Notice your strong heartbeat. Notice that your heart still beats strong, even after all that your heart has been through, which has been already so much in this lifetime. Now, as you take your hands away from the body to your thighs, just to close the knees in together. As we close this chapter we shared today, extend your legs out long for your final resting pose, your Shavasana. And as you remove your shoulders away from your ears and get out any last minute wiggles or movement, I'd like you to completely relax at this time. Know that Mother Earth is supporting you and you are safe. Go ahead and shower your body with gratitude and love, remembering who you dedicated this practice to. Continue to go on strong through life with their intention in your mind and in your heart always. Take as long as you need here in your Shavasana, allowing yourself to rest and recover. And as you rest in your Shavasana pose, on your own time, you'll exit by way of the fetal position. And when you do that, you'll take a moment of gratitude for your life. Knowing that there is no rush in this practice and there is no rush through life. I'd like to thank you once again for joining me at the Intentional Movement. I hope you had a wonderful healing experience today. Again, my name is Jay, and know that I'm always here for you. I'd like to thank you for tuning in and connecting with you and your body and your loved one. Know that the divine light in me honors, recognizes, and most of all, dearly loves the divine light in you. You did a great job today, and again, I thank you. Namaste.